I need to get me respect back a little bit, and people are saying, well, Rick, we all have problems and you're no different, you don't need to do that. So it doesn't matter what you need. If I need to do it to put my mind at rest, doesn't matter about yours and what you think. Oh, don't worry, Rick, it's only Mayweather, don't worry, you know what I mean? It's, you know, no, it doesn't matter, it's what I need. And so I made me come back, and it ended in defeat. I picked far too tough an opponent for me comeback, but that's me all over. But no, I think I was winning, and he got me with a body shot, and I got beat, and I never looked back since. I could move on with my life then. You know, I made a comeback just to get me respect back. I made a comeback to find out if I've still got it, which I found out I hadn't, and that's why I got beat. And a lot of people were a little bit worried, oh no, another defeat, what's going to happen here now to Rick? But it wasn't. I never looked back, and I haven't looked back since.
Yeah. Obviously looking back in your career, you've had what a career, like phenomenal career, fought the best of the best, never shied away from no one, world titles all around the world. Like, it's unbelievable, man. Like, you should be proud of everything you've achieved. You've left a legacy now. The good thing about yourself, right, is you're learning from the pain of the past to try and help others not make the same mistakes. See, if you never drank, how far do you think your career would have lasted?
I think I could have got maybe a few more years out of myself if I hadn't been up and down in weight and drinking and binge eating and all, just a whole lot. I think I could have got a few more years out of my career. It's not to say that I might not have performed. I could have performed maybe a little bit better, because, you know, I was doing it with one hand tied behind my back when you think about it, you know. So, but when I look back now, I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change anything, because I think people, the fan base, come and support me. They just go, look at him, eating a rum so-and-so, Ricky. Look at him, up in weight, down in weight. He's in the pub with a Guinness. He's at the football. Oh, he's a practical joker. He's at the feet down the, you know, all them things. I think that's why I had the fan base I had, because I was a little scallywag. I was a little Manchester. I think that's why people like me. Yeah. Obviously because of the fighting as well. So I had the best following of any British fighter of all time. That's my best achievement, I think, through all my career. I wasn't winning this, winning that, winning that. You know, you mentioned earlier about Frank took 10 over to Vegas, and I took 40 over in that. That's the great, and there's a reason for that. And I think I'd like to think it's because of the style of fighting he has, but I think it's because of the other stuff I just mentioned. Yeah. You know, and I firmly believe that. So in doing that, the reason why I had that support was because I was a little scallywag. I was a little Manchester chav, you know what I mean? Yeah. So would I change it? No, I don't think I would have. I don't think I'd have changed a single bit of it. But it doesn't mean to say that if any of my boxers or Campbell do the similar to me, they get a fit here. Yeah. But me personally, I wouldn't change anything. But I don't want my boxers to go down the same route.
How hard was it your last fight, your mum and dad not being there and Billy not being there?
That was probably the hardest, to be honest with you, because I mean, the fact that I'd had a few fights with Billy, not being there when me and Billy fell out and Billy left, which ultimately me and Billy's made up now. We've made up with my mum and dad, and you know, life is so good now. But I mean, not having my mum and dad down there, when the fight started drifting away from me a little bit, first place I looked was at ringside. You know, when I started off the fight well, and then when he started to get a little bit of get a few good rounds in, and I thought, oh no, he's starting to crawl a little bit of this back here now. I'd looked down at ringside and my mum and dad wasn't there, and I think that ultimately at the time, because I hadn't made up with my mum and dad. I think that was the main thing. I'd got past all my problems, for all my demons and all this, and I was in a good place and I was in the right place in order to make me come back. But it's only during the comeback when I thought, when things were going bad, and I looked down at ringside like I used to do when I was fighting, and they were always sat there and they wasn't. I think that affected me more. So now I know that I've made up in the exhibition bout, they're going to be there, aren't they? So, but no, you know, it was, I mean, I've always been very close to my family, close to my friends, close to my roots. That's the type of guy I was, and the main root of Ricky Hatton for my comeback fight wasn't there at ringside. Mm-hmm. And it's not the fact that they're at ringside for my exhibition fight, even if they're there or not, you know what I mean? I've made up with them now. I get on well with the family's back together now. Yeah. I think if things are going no problem in the fight, I don't even need to look there now, because I know they're already there in me.
Feel their presence.
Yeah.
Were you not supposed to fight De La Hoya after that fight at Wembley, or is that a lot of shit?
No, I think if I'd have beat Pacquiao, there was talk that I was going to fight De La Hoya at Wembley. And I think that'd have been, there was already talks in progress a little bit, you know, for that. But obviously, it was obviously a big ask, because I mean, Pacquiao was blasting out everyone at the time. He blasted De La Hoya, blasted Cotto, blasted me in the end, you know. So, but yeah, that was a talk. I mean, I generally thought we probably could beat Pacquiao. I thought if I could get past 2 rounds, you know, and take his best and come on top. I mean, if he hadn't have got me when he did, and I'd have still been coming at him rounds 3 or 4, he might have crumbled. But, you know, then again, you know, how long's a piece of string, you know what I mean? Well, it's all ifs and buts, isn't it? But but no, yeah, there was talk about that, yeah.